It's Easter morning, 2017. No, it's 2016. Time's moving too fast, you know. I can't keep track of things. I can't even remember how old I am. I think I'm 74. I don't know why simple math problems seem to boggle my flimsy mind of late. But watching on television, looking for some Easter programming, I thought maybe a video about some bunnies running around on my TV set would bring me relaxation. But instead, I was met by a deluge of stuff about politics. Do any of you remember a time when, a year before the election, our newscasts were nothing but information, kind of political ads put out as news? I mean, this is a strange time, which brought to mind the saying that in times there would be a great upsurge of faith, lacking the essence of faith. Is that not what is happening now? I happened to stumble across a minister in what looked like the Kingdom. It doesn't exist anymore. That's the other thing about aging. I remember the Kingdom. And the man was saying, turn to Jesus. So why do they always talk like that? Turn to Jesus, and you will receive wealth. It's what you want. And I'm thinking the meaning of this day has nothing about turning to Jesus and getting wealth. From where in the testaments of the Bible does this come from? Which brought me to another chain of thought, like a train going off derailed onto a siding. It's not really derailed, but it might as well be if it's traveling 70 miles an hour and the siding is a quarter mile long. It's not going to meet a good end, that train. And it hit me, the good news, the important thing that comes from this Easter is Christ dies on the cross to forgive sin. Now, I don't understand why he put himself through all of that stuff. He could have just done it like that. But it is not my place to judge the creator of the universe and his decisions, so I'll just let that pass. And it brought me to think a little bit about how in these times, which biblically really look like the end times, but we know that no man should know these things, not even Jesus Christ himself, only God. But I think Christianity has, like that train I spoke of earlier, are you following this, has gone off on a siding. A siding that is going to lead to a bad ending, such as the 70-mile-an-hour train going over and off the tracks and onto a siding that's a quarter mile long, and even though the engineer pulls the brakes, jumps out the window, nothing's going to help. It's going to be a mess. Jumping out the window of a train traveling 70 miles an hour isn't going to end well either. But I think we missed something. So the Easter message that I would give this morning, if I was in a place somewhere where it would matter, is that we must remember it was to forgive sin. And God, in his infinite wisdom, understood that since we had free will, we would probably sin. And every one of us has sinned, whether it was dark, hidden in a drawer somewhere. We've all sinned. And this was the redemption of the world. If that isn't more important than Donald Trump winning the election, if that isn't more important than all the problems in the Mideast. For Christ himself told us, my kingdom is not here. Anyway, you're dealing with a senile. I didn't pass my last dementia test. Oh, those are my thoughts. Happy Easter.